Good morning, guys. Good morning, beautiful souls. How are you doing today? It's a beautiful day here in Mijas Pueblo. I've got my morning coffee. Somebody sent me a message this morning when I was sat looking at it, and the answer to that message is because I put myself first. You know who you are, and that's all it takes. Put yourself first. Think about it. It's not a trick question. What do we do to make our life happier? How do we look younger? How do we feel better? How do we find that child within us again? How do we become ultimately everything that we always wanted to be? From every single moment, thought, who we are, why we're here, all of these things, how do we get there? How do we clear fear? How do we feel good? How do we not let things upset us and bother us? Put yourself first. It's a really, really simple concept, but one which is really challenging. Because the mind always tends to put doubt and fear into us and always tell us that we're doing wrong and we should be doing something else, we should be doing this and we should be doing that, and we should be listening to other people, we should be taking notice of what other people tell us. Do you know something which is really, really profound I noticed in my life? Whenever I sat with somebody and they started giving me information, when they forced information to me and their opinions and their judgments, it never sat right, it never felt right inside. And the times that you sit with somebody and you just have a conversation, all of a sudden you get this burning sensation, or your hairs stand up on your hand and on your neck, or you feel this love for this person. That's truth. The other one is where your heart is saying, don't listen. That is not your path, that's their journey. When we listen to people, when you listen to me, I have often said to you, if it doesn't resonate, good. That means you're listening to your higher self, your truth, your power. And if you do listen to me and you think, oh, that resonates, that feels really right, I'm going to follow that, it's only because it's your truth. It isn't my truth. The truth is everywhere around us. The universe is giving us truth all the time. It's there to take whenever we want. And this is called channeling. And every single person in this world has a gift to channel or to attune to this higher energy of love or vibration. I know you don't like it when I say love, a lot of you. You think it's very childlike and silly, but love is the ultimate power. It's the ultimate word. And yet we find that people mock the word love. And, like fellas as we are, oh, we don't do that, oh no, we've got to fix everything. We've got to sort everything out. And we become almost too closed, too boxed in, I don't know, it's almost like there's a wall around a lot of men that they're frightened of breaking through that wall because of fear that they have to be this strong person to conquer and fix and control and all that nonsense. And when we can let that brick wall down, when we can take away that conditioning that we were told we have to behave, and we start to become really beautiful. We start to become who we were meant to be, who we were when we were children. And we've had that knocked out of us. We've had that either beaten out of us or told and controlled. And, it's almost like we have lost who we truly are. And that's for you girls as well. We have been, in one way or another, gently controlled into a way that we are not our power. And I think a lot of these videos are about helping you find your power. And ultimately, finding your power isn't finding it, looking for it. It's realizing that you are your power. Realizing that you are the power. And I think a lot of us have lost that. We tend to run around the world trying to find somebody to tell us how to find this power, when I've always said the power is within you. You have to look for it inside yourself. But ultimately, power is belief in you. That is the lighter that lights the flame inside you to grow in this energy. And what happens then, it's like an electric energy that goes throughout the whole of your body. And all of a sudden, it's like you have awoken. This is why we say awakening. You've awoken to who you are. Oh my God, I didn't realize I am this person. And this is why when people come to the Pure Energy Healing Academy, they come for 4 days, and after 4 days, they've awokened. Their electric body is now creating this vibration that they can do anything that they want. And then after that, it's up to them whether they hold on to that or whether they let society, people, situations, environment take the flame down again. So then they go back to sleep again. I work every day to keep my flame alive by the people that I love who surround me, by my environment on top of a mountain, by the choice of work I want to do. I want to do, not what I have to do, what I want to do. And all of these things, and the food that I put in my mouth, that's my choice. So all of these things are a choice. They're a beautiful gift choice for me to make my own decision to what I want to do. You know, there's one thing in life that you have is choice. Nobody can take that away from you. Even though you say, yes, people do this, do that, I don't have a choice. Yes, you do. It does not matter what happens around you. You have a choice. But that what matters around you stops you from that choice. There's the difference. But if people love you, if people care about you, if they truly care about you with their hand on their heart, you could do anything and they would not be upset. That is true friendship and love for somebody that they love. You see, 3 years ago, I realized I was getting ill inside and out. And I had 2 choices. And that was, one, to continue giving psychic readings and slowly deteriorate and probably have a breakdown because I took too much on. You know, do you realize what I used to do a few years ago? 13 years ago, I started on this journey and I loved everybody and I felt it was my path, my truth, this is my path of why I'm here. This is how I thought, okay? And it was. So when anybody sent me a message, they would be the first person I'd see, and I'd type and I'd talk to everybody and help them as much as whatever I've learned. So if anybody was in hospital, everybody will tell you, if you know all my friends now, because they're not clients, they're friends, I'd be at the hospital, I'd sit with them day and night, I'd work with them no matter what. So my life was constantly for everybody else because it was my path at that moment. And I would never, ever take a single moment away because I loved every moment I was with every one of those souls who are still here or who moved into the spirit world, our home. But then I realized that I'd burnt out so much. I was working from 10 o'clock till 9, 10 o'clock at night every day, Sunday as well. So I was giving everything up for this path, which I loved, but I realized I couldn't do it anymore. So when I decided to stop because of all the reasons why I've just said, this morning I received a message. This is how it is. And it is of a message was, I need your help. And it was of a friend who I used to help many years ago. And I said, I'm really, really sorry, but now I've stopped doing this work and I'm a teacher and I teach people and I do a YouTube channel and I share my message there, but I will send you my love in my healing list. And the reaction was very negative, very angry. Now, most people in the moment when I said, I can't do this anymore, guys, I'm really sorry, I hope you can understand, were absolutely brilliant. 90% said, well done, Mark. We know what you've done over these 13 years. You have dedicated your life for others, and now it's your time. So the majority loved me for doing that, and it actually gave them encouragement to move forward in their life too. So I was helping them, even though I didn't realize. But you know what? There are 10% in this world who are in such a bad place that they cannot see anything other than what they need and what they want. And it is very difficult for them to see what I've done when they're in a bad place, because the place they're in is ultimate. ultimately an energy of what we would call desperation. And I truly understand that when something bad happens, when somebody's fallen out with you or your partner's gone off and whatever, I understand that. It's really painful. So I think what I'm trying to say is it never affects me anymore now when people are a little bit negative towards me because of my change. Because remember, guys, a lot of people don't like change. And the reason why a lot of people around you, your family and your partner, and don't like change is because they their fear kicks in. Oh my God, they're changing. Oh, what if they leave me? What if they do something? And what if I don't see them again? What if they grow too big and they'll never talk to me again? You see, it's all fear based, and it's almost like they don't want to let me go. So it's kind of like a selfish thing, but I think a lot of us have that selfish energy in us that we have to learn to let go. Because once we learn to let go of that energy, then we realize that the flow of life brings other people into our life. But if we're fearing and we're wanting this one person to do something and we need them there all the time, then we miss everything else. We're so fixated on the kettle boiling that we miss everything else. We're so fixated on planting the seed and watching one seed grow that we miss everything else. And I think we have to learn the most valuable lesson is that when things are meant to go, we have to let them go with love. When people disappear because they have to disappear, it means that they have to go. And it is their journey. And we have to learn from that. So we learn from their leaving and they learn from their new experience. And this is a beautiful way. So when anybody comes to me, when any of my friends or family say, I'm not doing this, I'm doing this, I'll say, good luck to you, good one. And I encourage them. I don't think, oh no, don't do that. I'm not going to see you again. Don't do this because I'm not going to get this from you. Never. Because that is such a low vibration and that will kill your spiritual path, journey and soul. It will kill you. It will kill your mind. It will kill your eyes. It will make you blind and you will never see your true path because you're so fixated on other people and what you feel that they need to give you. Remember, guys, nobody needs to give us anything. Not even me giving you this message. You don't need this. It's nice to have it. It makes you feel good. That's great, but you don't need it. When you look in the mirror and speak your own message and feel the same love as you do when you hear nice things happen, when you speak your truth and feel what you're saying makes you resonate as much as what you're watching other people and feeling their amazingness, then you've got it. Then you are ultimately who you're meant to be. I believe in you probably more than you believe in yourself. So change that around today and send me some messages and tell me why you believe in yourself more. Tell me why you are important and why you are beautiful. Type it underneath and share that with me. And the one that touches me most, I'll send you a beautiful crystal. And you know what? When you type away, think about how amazing you are and tell me why. And don't be frightened. There is no ego in you. Type away and tell me your amazing gifts and how beautiful you are and what you do every day to make a difference. That I love. You're my friends. From my heart to yours, have a beautiful day, guys. Love you all. And remember, if a crystal chooses you and you pass it by, don't ever worry, because another crystal will be found, or that crystal will find itself back to you. The pull of crystals will always find you. Always. That's for a beautiful soul who asked the question about citrine. It's beautiful though. It means you're awakening to the energy of crystals and the connection. So smile. That's a good sign. Many people buy crystals from me and feel the beautiful warmth and amazing power in the energy. And some people don't. But we have to awaken to that. And you know what? Even if you don't feel it from that crystal or this crystal or my crystal, one day you will be awakened to it. And you know what? Even at times when you don't feel anything's happening, that is the most powerful moment because the crystal is breaking down your walls so you do feel that energy of love and warmth. So the crystal always works. Have a great day, guys. From my heart to yours, thank you for making markbajerski.com one of the most beautiful and powerful crystal websites in the world. I am overjoyed. Thank you. Thanks very much.